Hello everybody, Papa Blue Shirt here. I'm going to show you my little casting screener. I was doing it by hand and I got tired of doing it by hand, so let me show you here what I'm doing here. I got these screens. One's at 1/4, the other's an 1/8, and got it hooked up to my Sawzall. Pull some of this junk out of here. Whenever you're grinding up envelopes and stuff, make sure you take the little plastic off the envelopes. Save you a lot of hassle later. I used to run it through the shredder and didn't think a whole lot about the plastic. Ended up being a pain. Anyways, works really good. Let me show you how I got this working out here. I have a Sawzall hooked up to a 2x4. And I got a really long Sawzall blade here, and I tried to drill through it, but that's such hard steel I couldn't get a drill to go through it. So what I did is I sandwiched it between two 2x4s, screwed it down real good, then I run a screw right down right where the blade is and tighten up against it, and then I also run one down here to hold it. And this is just a 2x4 here. On this side there's a little L. And I just hooked the bucket on here and took some shrink wrap and attached the bucket to it. And what it does is it slides. It slides back and forth. Just slides back and forth. I got 2x4 here, and on the other side to hold the 2x4s in the right position. I got it screwed down to a little piece of plywood here. So I can stand on it to keep it from moving around on me. But in the bind, it's kind of, it works pretty good. And it works pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't want to do a whole lot with it, but I can do a tray with it. I usually do a tray I do a tray every day, so then it doesn't build up on me. And works really good. Take the paper out. Or, not paper, take the plastic out. Otherwise you have bits of plastic in everything you work with. No. And this one, the 1/8, catches all the eggs and any worms that fall through the other. You can see the eggs in here. And you can see it works pretty good. Better than having to shake those things by hand. Well, I put these on the wrong way, didn't I? wonder it's taking so long. So if you just wanted to use an 1/8, you could do that too. But I'd use a 2 because it goes a little faster. And the key for doing this is to have your castings really dry. What I do is I mix it really dry. I let it get really dry. I got a fan in my grow room, and I put my tray right in front of the fan where it blows. And after a day or two, the top layer is really dry, and I can scrape off the top layer and go through that. And then after just another day, I can usually do the rest. And this works so well, I might not even make one of those hot tumble ones. It's really dry. As you can see, it's really, really dry. So if I left this in there, probably another week, worms would take off. They'd be looking for a better place to be. So you can't just put it in front of the fan and just forget about them. You gotta watch it. Now, if you're separating the worms from the eggs, I mean, you will get some worms in the second. Most of the bigger ones will be on the other one, and you do lose a few in here, but not very many. Not very many. And it just adds to my garden. Thing is walking here. Pull the plug out. Pull my plug out of the wall. Wish I had like a foot operated thing and where I could adjust it so it would only go so high. That would make it a lot nicer. But for now, well, I'm going to continue on here. This is just a little short little thing here you can do if you're in a bind and you need to process some castings. You can just go ahead and make something up like this. I'll leave a link for these sifters in the description. You know, if you don't just have a small container, it's bad to do it by hand, but I use these like 30-gallon tubs, and it takes a while to do it, you know, by hand. So I made this up, and it seems to work pretty good. Forgot to mention, what I do with this now is I split this up in 2 bins, and I put a lot of moisture in there, and the worms are happy and they start reproducing right away. So it works out really good. Let me show you my setup in here. I use these tubs, these concrete mixing tubs. I'll leave a link for them in the description. But I really like it. We're doing it this way. Then I can get on a routine. And I can go and start at the beginning, and then by the time I get to the end, it's all ready to be harvested. This is what I just harvested here. I'm gonna fill this back up and use the same tray again because there's probably some worms and some eggs in there that I didn't get when I pulled it out. But my fan blows right through here, and so this is the best place for me to put them, on this row, and then I process them out. Alrighty, this is Papa Blue Shirt. Thanks for watching.